Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, y'all, you know what they say, all good things must come to an end. And this is something that has come to an end. I don't know if it was a good thing or not, because I never did watch it. I never did check them out just to see. I knew from the beginning that I didn't want to see a show with Charles Barkley and Gayle King. So it's been announced just now today that that show that they have on CNN has been canceled. Now, I think that a number of black people could have told them that that show was not going to work if they were expecting black people to watch it. What continues to baffle me is why when certain black people get successful, they become very successful, make a lot of money, their names become household words in America, and they really think they've got it made. And they think they've got it made with white Americans. Then when something like this comes up, the white people who are in charge of marketing and production and all that kind of stuff, they don't market them to white people, the people that they think they've got it made with now. They market them to black people. And black people say, no, remember that time you did such and such a thing? You remember that time when you said such and such a thing? You remember that time? You remember that time? See, they may have forgotten that time because, you know, they were in their element now, smoozing with the other group. But the other group is never really that close to them. So when they get ready to sell them, they try to sell them back to their own people, to black people. Except that they have ruined themselves with black people, notwithstanding the fact that the show didn't make any sense. And they were having like a call-in show. Two middle-aged black people having a call-in show about what? Hip replacements? If they wanted athletes to call in and talk to them, they should have marketed that show to athletes and people who are into the sports world. And I'm still baffled as to who they thought would watch that show. They would have done better to keep Don Lemon there, because he is more entertaining than these two. So this says, CNN's King Charles ends its run with no plans to extend limited series. So they have no plans to extend that series. So that means they're canceled. There was no great demand for them to come back. King Charles's CNN's once-a-week talker featuring Gayle King and Charles Barkley ended last week with no plans to extend the limited series. The show averaged about 500,000 viewers in its debut, but trailed its rivals in its 10 p.m. time slot on Wednesdays. It was announced as a limited-run series to begin with, featuring two high-profile personalities in conversation about major events and cultural moments. Well, I can't imagine what major events those two would have talked about that anybody would have been interested in. And Gayle King definitely had some cultural moments with R. Kelly and Lisa Leslie, and they didn't go over well with the black audience. So I'm not sure what audience she would have been able to attract, because her interviewing style didn't really jibe with a lot of black people, including myself. In the words of Gomer on the Andy Griffith Show, it stunk. The show also was a signature feature of then CEO Chris Knight's plans to overhaul the network's primetime lineup with big-name personalities hosting shows once or twice a week. Although that is a bit unconventional for cable news, MSNBC has had success with Rachel Maddow's show since it went to just Mondays in 2022, as she had signed a new contract for fewer days. King Charles ultimately debuted after lights had departed and a new CEO, Mark Thompson, had joined. He has made some programming changes, but has also emphasized the need for CNN to integrate linear TV and digital news units and to boost its presence and innovation on smartphones and other mobile devices. In other words, they need a YouTube channel. King continues as co-host of CBS Mornings, while Barkley has a deal as a sports analyst with Warner Brothers Discovery. Well, it's a good thing they have their old jobs to go back to. And it's a cautionary tale for Black Americans. You still need to stay close to the community. And another thing I've noticed about these television networks, especially these news channels, they do not like to give young Black talent a chance. They like to recycle these old Black people who've been around for ages and who aren't really fresh or interesting anymore. They will give young whites a chance. Caitlin Collins came in a few years ago, and now she's an anchor, a nighttime anchor on CNN. But they're not quick to give Black talent a chance. They need to give these young people a chance at those jobs too. This is a good lesson for network television. You can't keep recycling old people when they don't have a good history. You need to do some marketing research and do some surveys to see who the personalities are that people would like to see on cable television. Just looking at the same old people all the time is really not interesting. And give these young people a chance at these jobs. That's what I say. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think about the video. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.